Hey folks, it's dinner time. So if you followed from yesterday, yeah, things have gone really south. So I'm gonna open up the door now and hope we can make amends. Hey Scruffy, how you doing? So I'm really sorry about yesterday. I didn't mean to terrify you. I was just trying to put you back in your place because you hissed at me a bunch of times. So I have your food from yesterday plus a few extra treats. So I did find I had a little bit of rotisserie chicken left over that I had frozen. So I mixed in a little bit of the rotisserie chicken in your food with your food, and I added a little bit more meow mix, dry kibble, just so last night's isn't as soggy. And I think you really like meow mix. I remember when I spilled it on the deck once, you went for that first instead of the wet cat food, and you hissed at me when I was trying to pick it up. Actually, no, you hissed at me when I was trying to brush you eating the. Huh. Okay. So you just turned your back on me. So, I don't know. Do you want to eat? So I'm happy to feed you. I'd like it to go back to how things were. Okay. So I'm going to open the door now. So I'm going to bring out your food. So I have three different things. So I might try to feed you in stages. So I want to try to rebuild some trust here, but it's not really fair that you're putting this all on me, because this is partly your fault too. You haven't been very nice to me. In fact, you haven't been very nice to me for about 6 months. Okay, so slowly stepping out the door here. I think you're going to hiss, aren't you? Okay. So you hiss. I forgot your water, but you haven't been drinking it anyway, so we'll do that another night. Okay. So I'm going to walk past you. And actually, I'll just sit down in the chair now. Okay. And I'm going to get the glove. Okay, so I got the glove. Oh, wow. You're forgiving me. Oh, that's great, Scruffy. I'm actually really happy. Because I was actually pretty depressed last night and today. And your treatment of me actually did have an impact on me. I'm kind of surprised, because you actually haven't been that nice to me. But yeah, so I don't know. So yeah, I've been feeling kind of a bit of depression, I think, all day. I'm glad you like that. Because yeah, I've been kind of bummed all day. I actually haven't been that hungry. I'm kind of lethargic. Have kind of that sadness in my gut more than usual. So, yeah, really surprised you've affected me that much, since you're not that nice to me. It's, I guess, like that Star Trek episode, classic series, where they have a kind of a brainwashing machine. You sit in a chamber and your mind goes blank, and you're it's supposed to be for rehabilitation, but it was perverted into a torture device and a brainwashing device. So it was supposed to rehabilitate prisoners, but instead the prisoners took over and used it to reprogram the wardens. And then at the end, they could sell somebody barbecuing. I think the villain of the episode gets put in a chair, but there's nobody there to torment him. And basically he dies in the chair, and kind of the premise was, without anything to torment him, it was worse. It was a tormentor is still better than death. So without somebody there to torment them, your mind just goes blank, and you basically die, because some input, even negative input, a person needs to survive. So that's why humans don't do well in isolation. So that's why the lockdowns are so problematic for so many people. But yeah, so I guess you're kind of like my tormentor. So when you torment me, it's still something. It's better than being in complete isolation from the lockdowns. But when you withdrew, that was even worse for me. So our relationship really sucks, Scruffy. Yeah, I smell some barbecue. I think somebody's burning something, because it's a little too smoky. I'm really happy that you're enjoying this, Scruffy, and you're letting me pet you. I was worried that, we had broken the relationship beyond repair. I was actually thinking I might have to give up. I was thinking I might give it a week more. But if we can get back to where we were, I would have to just give up on you, because I think you're damaging my emotional health. It's too much drama for me. I didn't expect that from a cat. Okay, well, I think I'm going to wrap this up and give you your food, okay? Because you're good tonight. And I appreciate you being good tonight. So I'm going to give you your food, okay? So I got several bonuses. So how about we start with your bonus dish? So I won't brush you yet. Take that off. So that's kibble and rotisserie chicken. And that's the dish I microwaved it in, because it was frozen. So it has a lot of the juices in it, so that's why I wanted to give you that dish, because you get to lick it clean. It'll probably taste really good. So I probably don't need the other dishes. or I mean, I don't need all. So I have 2 more dishes. I basically split some of the food from the main dish into a second dish because I thought I'd have to do more stages. But I don't think I need to do the stages, so I think I'll just try to dump the food into the single bowl, so you know. So I got more food for you. He's walking away. So yeah, doesn't take much to make him go away, huh? So yeah, we still have probably some things to work on here, but so that's why I want to consolidate the bowls too, because it'll give me more time to work with him. So I still need to brush you. Okay, so let's put down the plate here. And I'm going to pick up the brush. So, I don't know. Maybe I fed him too much. Because, yeah, this is a little bit more food than normal. Even though he only ate that little tiny bit. So I was kind of hoping he'd be hungrier tonight since he didn't eat last night. Because I kind of do need him to be food motivated still. So I'm just showing him the brush. So I'm going to brush you, okay? So we're going to have to get back into this routine here, okay? There you go. So yeah, it looks like we did do some damage here, but he at least let me pet him. That was what I did not expect. So I thought the petting thing would be gone, and we might have to start the brushing again. So I was surprised. He has some grooming artifacts back there too. It's pretty bad looking. Okay, so I think he's starting to get more comfortable. Not a lot, but so I'm trying to be gentle. And wait for him to be in the bowl. So yeah, he's definitely more skittish, but he's kind of tolerating it, so that's a good thing. So I think I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to give him one more pass on his back and head. Let me put this one down. Let me pick this one up, okay? So I'm going to switch brushes now. And I think I'm just going to use the soft side. So yeah, he has some grooming artifacts in that back here. It doesn't look so good. So he may need a flea pill. So he's tolerating this brush a lot better. But yeah, I think the soft brush is always kind of tolerate it better. Oops. So I'm going to keep brushing him a little bit longer because I want him to get used to this again. So today I was looking for him in the yard, but I didn't see him. I actually snuck around, so I went for a bike ride, and so before and after I came back, I was kind of sniffing around, snooping around the yard, hoping to find him. But yeah, he remained hidden. So the weather was really nice today. It's more like late spring or early summer than it was winter. So I think we hit the mid-70s and it was sunny. So because of that, maybe he took cover because it might be too much sun for him. I noticed, yeah, most of the animals were in hiding when I went on my ride. It's probably because the sun was a little too powerful. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop brushing him now. So I was worried, yeah, since I didn't see him, he may have fled completely. But an hour before dinner, I saw him. He finally came out, and he was starting to groom himself on the deck. And he was kind of out of line of sight. I had to hold the camera really high up from my kitchen window to get a glimpse of him. But I watched him groom for a minute or so. I don't think he saw me in the kitchen. But after that, I kind of presumed, yeah, he'd be coming for dinner. And then, let's see, about a half hour after that, I saw him sleeping on the table. So that actually really surprised me. I didn't think he would touch the table after what happened yesterday. So he seemed to be pretty conked out. He didn't notice me, didn't wake up. I watched him for probably about 2 minutes. Actually, no, it was longer than that. I filmed him for about a minute, and I did some things, and then I filmed him for another minute. And, he was pretty conked out. I saw him move slightly, just to sleep, repositions in his sleep or whatever. But yeah, he was really conked out. And then he disappeared, and I hoped he would be here at the door. I couldn't see him from the kitchen window, so I was a little worried maybe he decided to leave. But he was here, and so I get to cut up with where I started filming. So I'm glad that today is a little closer to normal. Yeah, he's definitely skittish about the brushing now. but we didn't lose nearly as much ground as I was worried that we had lost, because I didn't think I'd be able to pet him again or brush him again. I was thinking I might at best be able to leave food next to my foot and I couldn't even touch the brush. I'd have to be sitting back. I was worried that that might be our new base point. And I was worried that it may take 4 months again to rebuild, but I'm not prepared to start over for that long again. It's just too much for me. I can't handle that. So I'm really relieved that we're not that far back. So I'm hopeful that the next couple of days we'll get back to normal, since we had kind of a normal routine tonight, except for him being a little more scared of the bush. Of course, tomorrow, one of the downsides is, since I gave him more food and the rotisserie chicken tonight, he may not be as hungry tomorrow. So we'll see. So we may go through another phase where he doesn't eat tomorrow, and then it'll be the day after. I'm actually a little surprised he's not as hungry as I thought he'd be today. I was kind of hoping that when I opened the door, he'd be meowing a lot, meaning he wanted food. But he seemed pretty normal, and then the fact that he turned his back and laid down seemed like maybe he wasn't that interested in the food. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. So maybe with the good weather, he's be able to get more rodents or birds or something. So I think it's supposed to be very similar tomorrow as it was to yesterday, the weather. I think it's supposed to cool down a little bit, but probably, I think it'll still be in the 70s. So instead of mid-70s, low 70s. And then I think it's going to start cooling down after that. Start looking a little bit more like winter again. So there's a piece of kibble on the plate. Yep, on it. Oh wow, he's actually going to drink the water. That's irony for you. That's the one time I didn't bring out fresh water. So I think I'll change it tomorrow. I think it still looks pretty clean. So I did notice that I forgot to point out yesterday the scratching post has moved. So yesterday it looked like he used it. I didn't reset it. So it looks like he's camping out on the deck there. I see his tail. I think he would have been kind of nice, just grooming himself next to me or something. So I've complained about this before. I guess tonight in particular I probably shouldn't expect too much, but still, it has been 6 months. Yeah, I kind of want a little more progress than where we are. I certainly didn't want to go backwards. So anyway, for the scratcher, I think I'm going to leave it, but I'm going to try to leave a mental note to try to remember how it's positioned right now. I'm curious if he's going to use it again. The reason I don't want to reset it is I'm wondering if he prefers that angle better. So I don't know which side he prefers, like which direction he wants to come from. Like, should I be turning it 90 degrees because he wants to come in at from the side, or maybe he wants easier access to the other side. So I'm not sure. So I think I'm going to leave it and see if it shifts anymore. So anyway, he's not moving. So you still see his tail. I guess he's grooming himself. See him. So anyway, I guess this is a decent stopping point. So I guess there's hope. So it's not a complete lost cause yet. So I guess we'll find out what happens tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.